What's going on, guys? Adam Snyder here with The Homemade Entrepreneur, and today I want to explain to you and give you 3 keys to securing more wholesale accounts for Amazon FBA. So if you're getting into wholesale, or if you've been doing a little bit of wholesale, dabbling here and there, one thing that you probably struggled with is securing more wholesale accounts. But how do you go about doing that? Well, today I'm going to give you my 3 keys to securing more for the rest of 2018 plus going into 2019. And it's pretty simple. My first key, which is actually pretty simple, and I'm going to talk more about in a minute, but first key is to stop fighting over the big brands. Stop trying to fight for Mattel and Fisher-Price and Nike and Adidas and all these big time brands. I understand it's a big time brand. Everybody wants them. However, it is more difficult to get approved for that wholesale account than it is for something else. Try for the lesser known brands. Try to get an account, especially if you're going directly to the source, directly to the company themselves. Try going to the lesser known brands. They still have quality products. They still have stuff that's already listed on Amazon. So obviously if you're doing your due diligence, you're researching the company and their products, you probably already found them on Amazon. So go contact those exact companies and see if you can open up a wholesale account. That's key number 1. Now if you are struggling to get any accounts, I'm going to put a link down below. I'm going to give you 50% off, which is actually $50. So I'm going to give you 50% off of my wholesale course. So if you're interested in getting into wholesale and you don't know where to start, that would be one place I'd highly recommend. Again, 50% off. Gotta use the discount code and use the link down in the description box below. Second key is expand into other categories. When I first got started, I was all into toys. That was it. I sold toys. But I quickly realized everybody else is jumping into toys. How could I differentiate myself from those sellers where I could still make money and I'm not having to compete with every other person? So what I decided to do is I jumped into office products. A bunch of different office products. Doesn't matter. So the reason I jumped into office products is also the same reason why I jumped into grocery and health and personal care and all those categories as well. Is because they're replenishables. Here's what I mean. You probably already know this, but it's something that's enlightening to a lot of people. Is a toy is not a replenishable product. They buy it one time, they use it. If it breaks, they don't buy another one. If they lose it, they don't buy another one. If somebody bought, let's say these labels, these are for my Dymo label maker, so those, if somebody was using those, such as myself, when I ship stuff to Amazon, I use these exact labels. Now, when I run out, I still need those labels, so I have to replenish them. I have to replenish my stock. That's a replenishable. Same thing with grocery products such as cereals, packaged foods, things like that. They're replenishables. Cooking items, If you need sugar, brown sugar, granulated sugar, whatever sugar you need, that's a replenishable, That's why I highly recommend replenishables when you are doing any type of wholesale, Simply because, yes, the sellers are going to come and go. However, you're going to get yours at some point. You're going to get yours. You will get your item sold because a lot of these sellers, they're going to get, 100, 1,000 units of, said product. Once it sells out, they may not replenish. They may not be able to get that exact pricing that they got the first time, so they move on. Some sellers that I've noticed a lot recently pretty much just let their stock run out and then they're off selling something else. No. What I'd recommend is once you get that wholesale account, really work it. Try to get the best pricing possible. If you have to, compete them with somebody else and like, hey, this person's selling me, said product at, 5% less than you are. Can you match it? If not, I'm going to them. Yeah, I understand that, but make them compete. Make them win your business. That's how you make a little bit more money. Third key is you need to offer an additional platform, and i.e. a website. Yes, I've talked about putting other people's brands and their products on, Jet or Walmart, or you can stick some things on eBay, and a lot of people know those, and they can do it themselves. But if you have an additional website, and stick with me for a second, because I know you're probably thinking, I don't have an additional website. How do I create one? Okay, number one, I talked about that inside my wholesale course. Okay, I show you the exact website template that I recommend and how you create the exact same one. Okay, but having an additional website doesn't mean you sell any products on that website. I have a bunch of different wholesale websites that I personally have that I show other account holders, okay, other wholesale companies, other the brand themselves, and I show them, but my websites don't get any sales, none. Okay, and the reason I bring that up is because a lot of people are like, well, okay, I have a website, but how do I prove I'm getting sales? Most of these people that you're going to go to, most of these companies, some will ask if you get any sales, and you can say, here and there, get some sales. You don't got to say I'm competing with Amazon, but you don't need to say, no, I'm not getting anything. Okay, you don't have to lie, but don't come out and say, oh yeah, I'm making a lot of sales every single day. Just say, the website's up. I am pushing the site. I am trying to advertise it and stuff like that. So it shows the company that yes, they will have another platform to put their product on. All they have to do is approve you for a wholesale account. So that's one of the things I've been using a lot lately, is because a lot of these newer companies, they know about Amazon, they know about eBay, they know about Walmart and Jet. Okay, those are pretty much the top four, but they don't know how to really push their brand. Now, I'm not saying I'm gonna go and create, I'm gonna blow up their brand from my website, because that's, frankly, it's not gonna happen. That would be a complete lie. But I will help them blow up their brand by creating new pages, new listings on Amazon. I will do advertising if I need to. I will create bundles. All this stuff I talk about inside the course. Okay, again, go get it. The link down in the description box below will get you $50 or 50% off. Okay, same thing. But the benefit of taking the course is that you're not going to have to watch hours and hours of videos. Okay, but again, going back to the 3 keys to secure more wholesale accounts. Number one, you have to put in the work. There's no way around that. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You have to put in the work. When I say put in the work, I'm talking about going and doing the research on Amazon, figuring out who to contact. Usually I use Google for that. Okay, so once you get the wholesale course, everything else is pretty much free. Now, if you're gonna pay for additional advertising or something like that, yeah, that obviously costs money. But in the long run, then obviously you gotta pay for the product. But in the long run, wholesale is pretty simple. When you break it all down, you find the product, you find who sells that product or the company themselves. You see if you can get a wholesale account with that company or that wholesale supplier. You order the product, you ship it off to Amazon, you wait for it to sell. That in a nutshell, that's wholesale broken down. There's a little more moving parts, inside of that, but that's the basic principle behind wholesale. So hopefully this video helped you out. I know wholesale is something that more and more Amazon FBA sellers are trying to get into, even more eBay sellers are trying to get into. That's why I highly recommend it. Hopefully I can help you out any way that I can, any way that you see fit. If you have questions, let me know down in the comment section below. Hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed today's video. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you guys on the next one.